Hello, everybody. This is Andy. How y'all doing out there? This will be Sign of the Gypsy Queen, and this is a series that Terry LeMaster started, and he challenged other guitar players to get involved. And I put out a poll out there, and you all have picked this song overwhelmingly, I might say, over the Comfortably Numb, which I'll be doing later. So we'll be covering this in basically three parts. The first part is the rhythm, which is the backing chords behind everything. The good thing about that is they never change. Verse, chorus, the entire song is four chords. So basically those four chords are E minor, followed by D, followed by A minor, followed by C. That's the entire song, except for maybe a little breakdown of the backing rhythm during the main lead in the middle, and I'll cover that when we get there. Of course, the song starts with single notes, and those single notes are as follows. C on the fifth string, third fret, fifth string. B, which is the second fret, fifth string. Open fifth string, A. G, which is the third fret, sixth string. And then open E. So it's C, B, A, G, E. Okay? So in speed it goes. Okay, so obviously those of you who are familiar with the song, after that point, it immediately starts in that rhythm that I discussed first thing. So it would sound something like this. So you'll notice that every time it gets to that C, which is the fourth chord in the progression, and then starts back to the E, which is the first chord in the progression, it does that little run down. Third, second, open, G, E. So once I get to the C, and then it starts all over again with the E in that set of chords, which is the entire song, basically. So, again, it's... And that's basically the entire song, as I said, except for that small middle part where it slows down and you have your main lead. This is the whole song. Progression never really changes. Before the chorus, it stops for a minute, but we'll get to that. But that's basically the song. Now, keeping with chronology here, that's the first part. Then obviously, again, those of you who are familiar with the song know that there are harmonizing lead phrases at the beginning of the song after. Okay? So, this gets to be a little bit complicated as April Wine, at least in their studio version, did this with three, that's my three, overlapping lead passages which harmonize with one another. So basically, that is to say that they are, obviously in the studio, they probably did these one by one. And I'm not real sure what they do live because I always learn from studio versions. But this is basically it in a nutshell. The main part, it starts on, here's your 12th fret, which is normally, for you guitar players looking down, it's obviously an octave of an open, and there's two dots on most fretboards as a marker. Starts on, here's your 12th fret, here is your 15th fret, okay? So basically what this is going to be in, and remember when I said earlier that you need to be basically kind of familiar with the pentatonic scale, and obviously that is starting from your first string, three open, or I'm calling this open, because when you're down here, obviously it's three open, 3 open, 2 open, 2 open, 2 open, 3 open. So it's 3 3 2 2 2 3 3 3 2 2 2 3. If you never learn anything else in your lifetime as a lead player, you have to learn the pentatonic scale and have to learn it well. I know there's a lot of people say that it's overused, but I'm going to guarantee you that 85%, maybe even up to 90% of the leads that you're going to play, if you're a classic rock guitar player like me, are going to live in the zip code 332223. That's just all there is to it. This lead is no different from Sign of the Gypsy Queen. So again, we're going to be an octave up. So basically, this is going to be what your open would be. So it's 3 3 2 2 2 3. Okay? So the first and main part of that lead passage starts on the 12th fret, or I'm sorry, the 15th fret, and it, okay, got it. And basically what it starts is it starts bending up. I'm just going to play the the whole passage and then we'll go through it. Okay, so that's the main lead part. So, to start, and again, if you're a very, very, very beginning lead player, this may not be easy for you. You can learn from it, but what you need to do in order for it to sound right is you need to bend that 15th fret up 2 steps, which would basically be the same as your 17th fret, but you're going to be, okay? So the first thing is, and then come down to the 15th, 12th, up, 15th. So it's, okay? So that's your first part. And then do it again. The same thing. And then go to the 3rd string and then the 2 from the open, which would be the 14th fret. So it's, okay, so that's the first part. And the second overlaying passage goes up, or actually down in the string on the first string, but goes up in pitch. And you start with the 14th fret on your first string, and you're only going to bend that up 1 So basically to here, okay? So you want to go same exact pattern as down here, but you're just doing it here. So it's bend up one step, come down to the 14th, 12th, bend up, 14th. So it's, and then the top one is, okay, and then like down here you got to complete it, so it's, so you're basically, for the top one, to end it, you're going to be using the same notes that begun the first one that I showed you. So it's, okay, so it's, okay, so that's your second one. Your third one will go below the first one in pitch, but up a string to the third string, and you'll start on where the 2 would be. So here's your 12th, start on the 14th, and you want to bend up 2 for this one, like the very first one, but you want to, okay? And then you're going to do the exact same progression as you did up there. Okay? So again, it's 12, bend, 14th. And then for this other part, this gets a little bit different. You bend up. So the first part is, okay, so that is, the second part is 12th, 11th, and then on the 4th string, 14th. So, it's, okay, so that's the 3 that go together. Now, obviously, most people aren't in a band with 3 guitar players. This can work well with if you have a guitar player and a keyboardist, or even 2 guitar players and a keyboardist could do all 3, but the keyboard can easily cover any of these parts. So again, the first one is, try to get my fingers out of the way here. And the second one is, and the third one is, okay? So I know that seems very, very complicated, but if you break it down, it's really not. And then so it obviously does this a few times before it stops, and it stops on this last note. And then it just, that's it. And then you start with the verse and the, okay, so that is the first lead passage. Now, I hope I'm not going too fast here, because I've played this song for so long that it's kind of, this is the problem with being a teacher sometimes, is you know things so well, it's hard to transmit that to show other people, and I'm trying to do this best I can. So, when we come to the end of the verse, okay, so it's son of the Gypsy Queen, and then, okay, before you go into the chorus, there is a run here, okay, and it starts on the 5th string. So, son of the Gypsy Queen. Okay, and then to E. Son of the Gypsy Queen. Okay, so you're on the C. Okay, and then your run is on the 5th string, 3rd fret, 2nd, 3rd fret on the 5th string, open 4th string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 4th fret, 4th string, open fret, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 3rd string. So it's third, second, third, open, second, 4th, open, 2nd. 3rd fret, 5th string, 2nd fret, 5th string, 3rd fret, 5th string, open 4th string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 4th fret, 4th string, open 3rd string, 2nd fret, 3rd string. And then after that, son of the Gypsy Queen, pack your things and leave. And then it goes through that. And then once it gets to the end of that, Lord, I'm the woman in love. Take all your gold and you go. And then at the end, it gets real quiet. It does one progression. Then it starts singing again. Goes through the verse. And then this is the end going into the verse. Son of the Gypsy Queen, pack your things and leave. And notice it does this same progression in the chorus when it gets to the C, transitioning to the E minor. Okay? Then when it gets to the end of the second chorus, it repeats the lead passage that we went through. So, and it goes through that the same amount of times as it does at the beginning of the song. And then once it gets to the end of that, okay, then here's another part that we need to go through. The main part, as it comes into this middle section, which is quieter, slower, and has the main lead passage in the song, you go like this. Okay? So, again, you're on the 2nd string, bend up, down, 12th, 14th on the 3rd string, 12th on the 3rd string, 14th on the 4th string. Whoops, sorry. I messed that up. Okay, let's do that again. 5th string, 15th, 12th, 14th, 12th, and this is the third string. Then you go to 11th fret on this third string, 14th fret on the fourth string, 12th fret on the fourth string, 14th fret on the fifth string. Okay? So again, it's like this. Okay, then the top one will be, and these are harmonizing leads again. The top one will be, I hope I get this right, because I don't do this live. That's right. Okay, so it's just like the beginning of the song where you're on the 14th fret and you bend up one step back to the 14th, 12th, and this is the first string, 14th or 15th on your second string, 12th on your second string, 14th on your third string, 12th on your third string, 11th on your third string, 14th on your fourth string. Okay? Now, the third part in this harmonizing going into the middle slow part for the main lead would of course be down here, starting on the third string, and it would go, I hope I get this right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so third string, 14th fret, bend up 2, 14th, 12th on the third string, 11th on the third string, 12th on the fourth string, or 14th on the third string, sorry, fourth string, getting myself confused, 12th on the fourth string, and then, 14th on the fifth string. So it's, sorry, I didn't do that right. 14th on the fourth, 12th on the fourth, 14th on the fifth, 12th on the fifth, 15th on the sixth. So, I mean, you can see the pattern here. It's all following pentatonic, except for this one little note that I'm slipping in on the 11th fret, on the, which is a variation on pentatonic, but we haven't covered that. But on the third string, 11th fret, that's the only one extra that is out of pentatonic. Everything, and then right here, this is in pentatonic, but you're adding a note, but it's still in the pentatonic scale. So, because on the pentatonic, one of the variations is, so that is in the pentatonic. So if you learn this pentatonic, I'm telling you, learn it well, learn all the variations. You're going to do yourselves a big favor in lead playing. So again, that going into the middle lead passage, starting with the main part. I'm just going to do it, not talk over it, because I'll get it wrong probably. There's the main one. Here's the top one. And here's the low one. Okay, and if you put all those together, I promise you it's going to sound great. Okay, so that does that. So at the end of that, you just basically And then while that's going, see, this is the complicated part of this song. While that is going, the rhythm behind that lead has already begun, and it's basically okay. Then it stays for this lead. The background stays on the E minor for a little bit. And then that's in there. So okay, that was silly, but I had to keep my place. So you'll see that it does change. Stays on E minor. Then it goes to C. And then it goes down to A minor. You're going to go back up to C. Again, 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and A minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and E minor. And then the second time, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Now let's go to the lead. Okay? Which is, I think, part of the reason a lot of you are here. All right? So, the lead starts out on the 3rd string. Let's shake my hand out. 3rd string and bending up to, okay? And I pull off on that, and a pull off is nothing more than hitting this, and then you're using this finger as your pick. So here's my pick, and watch me pull with this finger. So I'm pulling down, which makes me strike on that 12th fret. So the first phrase is, and then it goes. So it's start on the third string to the 14th, and then to the 14th on the 4th string. So it's and that's the first part. Then the next part starts on the 12th fret of the 2nd string to the 15th fret of the 2nd string, and then the 14th fret of the 1st string to the 15th fret of the 1st string. So it's whoops, sorry. Trying to keep my fingers out of the way. Nope. So it's 1, 2, 3. Shoot, sorry. 1, 2. Okay, now let's go through that. Again, starting on the 2nd string, 12th fret, up to the 15th of the 12th fret, 14th of the 1st string, and then the 15th of the 1st string. So you'll notice that after I hit the 15th of the 1st string, I hit it 4 times. And you'll have to go back and listen to the song, but it's exactly what it does. So it's, and then back down to the 14th. Damn it. Okay, and then to the 14th. And then you're going to be hitting, these triads will be basically the same. And again, you're in the pentatonic. So the 15th of the 1st string to the 12th of the 2nd string. And then the same thing with the 15th of the 2nd string to the 12th of the 3rd string. See? 2nd string, 3rd string. And then 14th of the 3rd string to the 12th of the 4th string to the 14th of the 4th string. So it's okay. Do it again real slow. Now this is where it gets kind of hairy. Now I'm going to tell you right now on this part, I may play it this way, I may play it another way. One thing you're going to find out